Derrick Lewis versus Ciryl Gane takes place this weekend in the main event of UFC 265, Lewis versus Gane, and I can't wait for this main event in the heavyweight division for the interim heavyweight world championship, which means the winner of this fight will be next for Francis Ngannou's undisputed heavyweight championship sometime next year. And I know that a lot of people were very angry about this fight being made for the interim belt in August. However, in hindsight, I'm very, very glad this fight got made, because otherwise we'd have no belts on the line this weekend, and we'd have no pay-per-view this weekend, and after last weekend's card, it would be unacceptable to not have a good pay-per-view this weekend. So, thank you very much, Derrick Lewis and Ciryl Gane, for stepping up to take on each other for an interim belt, and especially thank you to Derrick Lewis as well, because he chose to rather take on Ciryl Gane for an interim belt than wait apparently a couple of months for Francis Ngannou and the undisputed belt. So I'm very, very happy that both of these guys stepped up and saved this event, because otherwise we'd have no main event for this card with no titles on the line, or even worse, we'd actually have Nunes versus Pena as the main event, and that wouldn't have got cancelled in some alternate timeline. But let's talk about this matchup, Derrick Lewis versus Ciryl Gane. Here's my overall opinions on the fight being made. Right. Derrick Lewis versus Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane might be the best technical striker we've ever seen ever of all time in the UFC heavyweight division and in heavyweight MMA in general. He's got the footwork, amazing. The technique, amazing. Speed, accuracy, little bit of power in his shots, but his power's the one department where he might be lacking. However, in my opinion, he is the most technically sound and most aesthetically pleasing striker there has ever been in MMA ever in the heavyweight division. Big people do not move like Ciryl Gane, other than Ciryl Gane, it seems. Ciryl Gane is the exception. He moves like a welterweight. He's got great technique. He's got kicks in his arsenal. He'll throw head kicks in the heavyweight division multiple times per round. He'll throw spinning techniques. He'll throw elbows, jabs, straight shots, hooks. He'll get dirty on the inside if he needs to. Great knees to the body. Great flying knees that he uses in the heavyweight division as well. He might be the best striker gracing this earth that weighs over 230 pounds or 240 pounds. There's no one like him ever. With that being said, I got Derrick Lewis by KO, but I'm not. I'm not going to pick Derrick Lewis by KO. But that's the alternate side of the coin. That's literally how people are predicting this fight. That's not a joke. They are saying all of those things about Ciryl Gane, and then their other side of it is just, so Derrick Lewis by KO, you know? Derrick Lewis will get the KO blow. It's just one of those things. It's do you gamble on Derrick Lewis one more time? I refuse to. I am making it a point not to pick him. He doesn't do anything good. He doesn't jab people. He doesn't kick them. He doesn't do anything. He just waddles around, and then eventually big one-punch KO happens against Curtis Blades. He's done it against Alexander Volkov as well. He did have some other fights where he did not land that one-punch KO blow, like against Ilir Latifi and Blagoy Ivanov. Those guys can take the shot really easily from Derrick Lewis and take big bombs from Derrick Lewis against the cage. Like, Derrick Lewis was literally landing combination haymakers on Blagoy Ivanov and Ilir Latifi at some points in their fights, and nothing happened to them whatsoever. But when it's Curtis Blades, down he goes, one-punch KO. And let me tell you this as well, it wasn't just a one-punch KO. Derrick Lewis literally didn't even land on Curtis Blades properly. He literally landed with like the palm of his hand on Curtis Blades' chin as Blades was shooting for a takedown. Do I believe that Ciryl Gane's going to be shooting for a takedown? No, I don't. But then again, the threat is still there that maybe Derrick Lewis could land that one blow. And I just really want to see someone predicting Derrick Lewis give their prediction, because I know what they're going to say. They're literally going to say, oh, well, you know, all the advantages go to Ciryl Gane, but I just think he lands that one big shot. Like, I'd love for anyone out there, and this is a message to the rest of the MMA predicting community, please make a video if you think Derrick Lewis is going to win, and just try and make a prediction video out of it. Just try and make a prediction video where you just scoot around the inevitable answer of Derrick Lewis by KO. There's no evidence you can give to suggest that he will KO Ciryl Gane. You're just saying it in case it happens, and it might happen. He might land that one big shot on Ciryl Gane. However, I'm going to go with Ciryl Gane because I think he's got one thing that these other heavyweights just don't have, and that's great footwork and great range management, and he's very long for the division as well, and he's got a reach advantage over Derrick Lewis in the division, and I think that's going to be very, very beneficial. As small as the reach advantage is, I like it very much. He's got very long legs, way longer legs than Derrick Lewis. I think his reach advantage there is going to be way bigger. I think he's going to poke and kick at Derrick Lewis from range for all 5 rounds if he needs to, but I think at one point around the 4th or 5th round, Ciryl Gane will just accidentally hurt Derrick Lewis to the body, and then follow it up with a couple more body shots from range, with kicks, maybe a front kick to the body. Down goes Derrick Lewis against the cage, and I think he'll call it off to body shots in around the 4th or 5th round. I think Ciryl Gane is going to have the intention of going 5 rounds to a decision. However, him just landing on Derrick Lewis throughout those 5 rounds is going to make Derrick Lewis just shell up, and I don't think he's going to like the damage that he's taken. Ciryl Gane's got great leg kicks. He changes the speed of those leg kicks. He's got great inside leg kicks as well that work very well. He's got great teeps, great front kicks to the body, great everything, great body kicks in general. I don't think he's going to go for many of those body kicks and head kicks normally. I think he's going to try and keep everything rangy, go for the teeps, go for the front kicks to the body. I don't think he's going to get caught by Derrick Lewis flush enough to KO him. He might get caught on the chin, but then again, Lewis does land a lot of shots on people. He landed a couple of better shots than the one he eventually finished Blades with on Curtis Blades throughout that fight. He landed haymakers clean on Curtis Blades' chin in that fight, but the one that he landed with the palm of his hand is the one that flatline KOs Curtis Blades. Ciryl Gane will not be shooting takedowns. He's going to stay at range, and I believe he's going to have a very, very boring performance to a lot of fans, like he did against Jairzinho Rozenstruik, which I thought was very technical, but either way, he's not going to engage where he doesn't need to. I definitely just see him having a Rozenstruik-esque game plan, but I don't see Derrick Lewis being able to just take all of the picky shots that Ciryl Gane's going to hit him with, and I think eventually he's going to start to slow down, gas out a little bit from all of the teeps to the stomach, from all of the leg kicks as well. His movements are going to be a little bit problematic, and he's just going to go down against the cage to another front kick, hurt to the body. Ciryl Gane might blast a knee onto him as well, to the face maybe as he hunches over. Down goes Derrick Lewis, and Ciryl Gane gets a 4th round TKO almost accidentally without even meaning to finish Derrick Lewis. He's just going to do it over the accumulative amount of damage from all of the kicks at range that he's landing, and I think he's just going to stick at range with a jab like he did against Rozenstruik. Rozenstruik is a better technical striker than Derrick Lewis. Maybe he doesn't have the same level of power, but even still, I'm going with Ciryl Gane here. He rolls with shots well. He rarely gets hit clean, and that's by like good strikers as well. Like Tanabosa didn't really hit him clean in any way whatsoever. Rozenstruik didn't really hit him clean. Alexander Volkov hit him clean a couple of times, but that's Alexander Volkov and Big Volkov as well. This is the new version. This isn't the version that Derrick Lewis took on. This is Swolkov 2.0, the bigger version of Volkov, the better version of Volkov as well, may I add. I feel like Ciryl Gane's going to get this one done. I really do. And if Derrick Lewis wins, God help us all, because there will be no way skill will survive in the heavyweight division moving forward. It will just literally come down to one punch fluky KO power. We'll see if it goes down. I think that Ciryl Gane, with his 2 inches of reach advantage, is going to be in a very good position here. Plus, he's a little bit taller than Derrick Lewis, has that leg reach, and I think he's going to be able to keep Derrick Lewis at range. I just think his footwork's too good. He's always rolling with shots, and I think Derrick Lewis is going to have to wade forward and throw combination bombs, and when you do that, you lose the element of surprise. I don't see Ciryl Gane engaging in close quarters combat with Derrick Lewis, and that's where Derrick Lewis thrives, landing that one counter shot. It's the counter shots that Derrick Lewis lands that really hurt his opponents. When they throw something at him, like when Volkov throws his leg kick at Derrick Lewis and Lewis blasts over the top of it with a big shot. Or when Curtis Blades shoots for that takedown after landing a good shot and then Derrick Lewis loads up the uppercut. Ciryl Gane never walks into shots. He is never in a position where he is going towards a punch and it clips him. He is always fading away from shots, moving away from shots, making them not land as clean. I think he's just just going to pick at Derrick Lewis for 4 rounds until Lewis goes down. Ciryl Gane gets it done. I mean, look at the stats here. Way higher output for Ciryl Gane, but that's to be expected. 5.13 in the heavyweight division. Crazy, crazy output. 2.59 for Derrick Lewis. 54% accuracy for Ciryl Gane and 50% accuracy for Derrick Lewis, but Ciryl Gane throws way more feints and stuff like that aren't really intended on landing on his opponent. Strikes absorbed is Ciryl Gane, but that's just after his last fight with Volkov. He took a lot of shots there, but they were little tap-in kicks to the legs and tap-in shots to the stomach as well. Defense stats, Ciryl Gane has a 63% defense rate, which is a very, very good defense rate to have. 63%, and I think that's definitely going to favor him here. He always keeps his hands up. I just don't see a way Derrick Lewis is going to be able to catch Ciryl Gane without having to go after him to catch him. And I think if Derrick Lewis goes after Ciryl Gane can kind of expect the shots to come in. And I think that kind of reduces the ability of Derrick Lewis to KO Ciryl Gane, because that's when Blagoy took the shots. That's when Ali Latifi took the shots. When Lewis was like, I'm going to go for him now. I'm going to sit down, storm forwards and throw these big bombs. That's when the opponents could take the shots from Derrick Lewis. They can't take the shots when they go in for an exchange and they get clipped in the middle of loading up their second punch and down they go out cold. I'm going to go with Ciryl Gane here. I think he's way better. Takedowns aren't really going to come into it, I don't believe. Maybe Ciryl Gane will shoot a takedown. Maybe, if things maybe aren't going the best for him on the feet or something like that. Or if he gets rocked on the feet, maybe. But I just don't see Derrick Lewis winning this one, which means he's going to win. So we'll see how it goes. Ciryl Gane should win. Definitely. I've got Ciryl Gane here. I don't know what the odds are. Maybe that'd be a good thing to check, because I mean, are they gonna put Derrick Lewis as an underdog again? I would assume he's gonna be like a 2-1 underdog or something like that. Let me have a little look real quick. Yeah, okay, he's more than that. Why do they risk it so much? I've got Ciryl Gane. He's too good. His footwork is too good. He's too fast, too light on his feet. He's just way better than every other heavyweight that has been KO'd by Derrick Lewis. I can definitely see Ciryl Gane doing work, just like JDS did. JDS, little bit better footwork, moves backwards a lot. He's a good counter striker, and that ended up helping him against Derrick Lewis in their fight. I think that Ciryl Gane is just another level better than JDS. I know Derrick Lewis might be a little bit better now as well, but man, Ciryl Gane just schooled JDS, like kicking him to the body, kicking him to the head, landing inside leg kicks over and over and over again. And plus, I think if Ciryl Gane chews up that lead leg of Derrick Lewis, it's going to take some of that power away, because Derrick Lewis always leans right over that lead leg and just swings a bomb towards his opponent. And I think if that lead leg is compromised, maybe he'll think against using so many power blows. I can just definitely see Ciryl Gane staying out of range, staying out of danger, moving back when he needs to, taking the center of the octagon when he needs to, just keeping Derrick Lewis up against the cage, teep, jab, front kick, jab, move, feint. He's got great feints as well. Joe Rogan would fucking orgasm all over the place, and I'm sure he will this weekend. Feint, Lewis, bomb, not there. Ciryl Gane moves, takes back the center, jab, teep, leg kick, front kick, jab. I can just see it already. Ciryl Gane, I think, is going to put on a clinic until eventually getting a TKO in the later rounds. And I think if Ciryl Gane wins, I've picked him every fight of his career so far. If Ciryl Gane wins, I reckon he can beat Ngannou, because Ngannou is going to be inactive whenever they fight each other. Maybe he'll come back in March of next year, or maybe like February of next year or something like that. But either way, Ngannou's not going to be the most active guy in the world. And Ngannou's filming films, like he's doing Fast and Furious 9, he's doing fucking playing in the sand, as Derrick Lewis said he was. And I also saw a video of him eating body shots from a random guy in Dubai, and he looked completely out of shape, like a fat belly on him. I know he's still in way better shape than me, don't get me wrong, even in that position of his shape, but he was not in good shape. No abs, no nothing, fat belly on him, tensing it up surely, like he's got abs underneath there, of course. But man, he didn't look in great shape, so I don't even think he was ready to go in September. I think Ngannou's just having a long time off to make some money off of his name value and get some movie deals and stuff like that. But I think that Ciryl Gane, if he wins this one, he's got so much activity, he's slowly racking up more and more experience. He'll be 10-0 with wins over Derrick Lewis, Alexander Volkov, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Junior Dos Santos, Tanabosa, and the other two. He's got submission ability on the ground, so I don't see Derrick Lewis being able to, like, expose him on the ground or anything like that. I think that's not even part of the equation. Ciryl Gane's ground game is very good, and he can go to it if he needs to. But, I'm going to go with Ciryl Gane here. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to pick him. I know that Derrick Lewis has these abilities to just make no fucking sense, but I'm going with Ciryl Gane. I've believed in him the whole way through. I've believed in Ciryl Gane. I believe in him still. And I might even believe in him against Ngannou. But Ngannou, of course, is just, again, going to autistically swing forward at Ciryl Gane. And maybe he lands, maybe he doesn't. Skill will prevail. And Ciryl Gane has skill in droves. So I'm going to go with him. But we'll see how it goes. Fuck. Derrick Lewis, you fat cunt. He's so great, but he's so annoying, dude. There's just no predicting it. Like, it's... Ciryl Gane can literally fucking Lomachenko his ass around the cage. Literally dip, slip, move, make Derrick Lewis look like a fucking fool. But Derrick Lewis, like, accidentally catches him on, like, the return of one of his punches with, like, the rear part of his knuckles. And down goes Ciryl Gane for no reason. I don't know. Anything can happen here. But I'm going with Ciryl Gane. And if he wins, that Ngannou matchup is going to be very, very interesting. But to be honest with you, if Derrick Lewis wins, he arguably... I know he hasn't beaten Stipe Miocic, but he did beat Ngannou. So this would be a great win to get for Ciryl Gane. Derrick Lewis is honestly... Doesn't seem like it, because it's Derrick Lewis, and you watch him fight, and you think, how the fuck is this guy ever in the top of the division? But it's Derrick Lewis, and if he wins this one against Ciryl Gane, he's building himself like a heavyweight GOAT resume right now. Like, Derrick Lewis has got some really good wins. Curtis Blades, Alexei Oleinik, Ilir Latifi, Blagoy Ivanov, Alexander Volkov, Francis Ngannou, Marcin Tybura, Travis Brown, Shamil Abdurakhimov, Roy Nelson, Gabriel Gonzaga. I mean, great names on his resume up and down it. Goodbye, I'll see you later. I'm going with Ciryl Gane. Skill will win. Toodle pip. Click that button up there. I'll see you later.